it and to increase the friction. Now she is inserting a pencil in the bottle and slowly lifting it up without even touching it. Hence we can conclude that friction helps in gripping. So we can say that friction is a contact force.
Now we are performing an experiment to prove that magnetic force is a non-contact force. My friend is keeping a magnet on the top of the box, and iron nail is already fixed with it.
My friend Prati Shukla is lifting up the nail, but it will not touch with the magnet. Now she is removing her hand with the nail. Now see what is happening. The nail is floating in the air. Why?
This is because of magnetic force. See, my friend is showing that there is a gap between the magnet and the iron nail. So, they are not in contact with each other. Hence, we can say that magnetic force is a non-contact force. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone. Today we the students of Gyan Bharati Vidyapith English medium of class 10 are gathered here to perform a very simple yet interesting experiment based on physical science. Our topic of the experiment is buoyancy or buoyant force and the factors related to this. The question now arises is that what is buoyancy or buoyant force? When an object is immersed in fluid, partially or completely, it experiences an upward force, which is called buoyant force or buoyancy. As the object is immersed in the fluid, it displaces some volume of the fluid and occupies that position. Today, we will be conducting two experiments. By these two experiments, we will get to explain how buoyancy depends on volume of the body immersed in the fluid and density of the fluid in which the body is immersed. We have two oranges here. One is with the peel and the another one is without the peel. Let us see which one will float and which one will sink in the water. Now, my friend Parul will be immersing the orange with the peel in the water. Let's see what happens. The orange with the peel floats because the peel is filled with tiny air pockets. These pockets of air help in increasing the buoyancy of the orange, and the orange will become less dense than the water. So does it float. Now she will be immersing the orange without the peel. Let's see what happens. The orange without the peel will sink. Do you know the reason behind this? This is because the peel does not have any air pockets now. As there are no air pockets, its volume is less, the buoyancy is less, which will make the orange heavier and it will sink. Thus, we can clearly conclude that volume is directly proportional to buoyancy. Now, I would like to hand over my mic to the other group of friends who will explain the second factor on which buoyancy depends.
Buoyant force depends on the density of the fluid in which the object is immersed. It can be shown by the following experiment.
For this experiment, we require
first law of flotation. When a ball is immersed into the liquid, what we are observing? We are observing that the ball is sinking into the water. Why? What is the cause behind it? The cause behind it is that the weight of this ball is greater than the upward force exerted by the water. That is buoyancy. That's why the ball is sinking into the water. The second law of flotation. Now, again I am immersing the ball into the water. Now, this water will flow into the water fully immersed. The reason behind it is that the weight of this ball and the buoyancy acting on the ball is equal to each other. In this situation, the ball is weightless. The third law of flotation. Now again I am submerging the ball into the water. Now it is floating on the water because the weight of this ball is less than the buoyancy. The buoyancy depends on two factors. One, density of the liquid and the volume of immersed portion of the substance. Now I have taken two bowls of water. One is slime water and one is normal water. I'm adding some more salt in the slime water. Show you with the experiment in which water the substance will float. I have this substance. I am submerging it into the slime water. It is floating because the density of the slime water is greater than the density of normal water. Again I am immersing a substance into the normal water. Now the substance is sinking into the water. The density slime water has a denser density than the normal water, and the buoyancy of the slime water is greater than the buoyancy of normal water. According to law of flotation, slime water has greater buoyancy. Buoyancy is greater than the weight of the object, and in normal water, the buoyancy is less than the weight of the object. Now I will show you with the help of some experiment. Buoyancy depends on the volume of submerged portion of the body. A small lake sinks into the water, but a ship made up of iron floats on water. Why? Taken a foil box and placing it into the water. It is floating. But the iron substance, when I submerge this into the water, it will sink. But when I put it into upon the foil paper, it will float. Because the displaced water is less than the buoyancy acting on it. But in the case of small lake, the buoyancy was not much than the weight of the small lake. So it was sinking. Thank you.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Antara Kumari Jha from class 9. I am representing Gyan Bharati Vidyapith.
Good afternoon everyone. My name is Sonia Songar from class 9 and I am representing my school Gyan Bharati Vidyapith.
changes or tends to change the rest or motion of a body. There are two types of force, contact and non-contact force. There are also various divisions in contact force like applied force, frictional force, normal force and tension force. The applied force is the force which is applied by a person to an object. Let's understand it by an experiment. I am using very simple objects to do the experiment. I am pushing the chair and the chair is moving. But when I sat on it and tried to pull it, it is not moving. Why? Because I was the internal part of the object, not the external portion. And the force is the external portion of the object which changes the object to change its rest or motion. Let's concentrate on frictional force. When a body tries to move on another surface, then the force which resists the motion of that object is called frictional force. Let's understand it by an experiment. Here I have kept an inclined surface and a roller. I am pushing the roller and the roller is moving in a very fast speed. Now I have kept a rough surface here and tried to push the roller. It is not moving in a very fast speed than previously. Why? Because the friction is increased. Previously, the friction was in a limited portion, but now the limiting friction is increased because of the rough surface. Therefore, the friction depends on the nature of the surface. Let's understand friction by another experiment. I have gathered two books and kept it. Please pull it. It is pulling very easily. Now please pull it.
force between two particles that occurs when there is no moving charges. Now let us prove it by an experiment. As you can see, this is a earth and it attracts another object towards it. It is getting attracted very easily. The earth is attracted to another object along a straight line. In the course of attraction, the earth attracts another object towards it in a straight line. A question can arise in your mind that why I have used magnet to show you the earth's gravity, because it was not possible for me to stand on earth and show you the earth's gravity. Another example that I am throwing this pin upwards and it is falling down another object towards it in a straight line. A question can arise in your mind that why I have used magnet to show you the earth's gravity, because it was not possible for me to stand on earth and show you the earth's gravity. Another example that I am throwing this pin upwards and it is falling downwards because the earth is attracting it towards itself. Now the second is electrostatical force. It is a mutual attractive force. When occurs, there is no moving charges. It is an attraction and repulsion towards it, starting in electricity. Now let us prove it by an experiment. Now she will rub this paint in her hair. Please don't laugh. It's an experiment. As you can see, she has rubbed this paint through her hair and the page was moving, and placed it near this page was moving actually now was falling. As you can see, this page is moving. Okay, so when she rubbed this paint through her hair, this paint induces the opposite charge in this paper and place it near this paper. So this paper gets attracted to this paint and sticks into it. Now the third is that it's the magnetic force. It is a force that attracts between the two poles, North Pole and South Pole. It attracts such materials like iron, cobalt, nickel, and poles, etc. Where we know that like charges repel each other and unlike charges attract each other. So this is South Pole and this is North Pole. I am taking South Pole and this is also North Pole. This is attracting each other because this is South Pole and North Pole. Unlike charges attract each other. And if I will give North Pole and North Pole beside, then they will repel each other. Now also in South Pole they will repel each other. It's proof that magnetic force it's proof that magnetic force, the opposite charges attract each other.
repair and reproduction in multicellular organisms and the sole source of reproduction in unicellular organisms. Cell division is basically of two types, out of which the first one is the vegetative division, in which each daughter cell is actually the duplicate of the parent cell, and it is called mitosis. The second one is the meiosis, in which the parent cell divides itself into four haploid daughter cells. Mitosis is essential for the growth of the cell and also for the replacement of the worn out cells. Right before prophase, the cell spends most of its life in the interphase, where the cell prepares itself for the beginning of the mitosis. Here, in the process of interphase, the cell duplicates its DNA. However, since the actual process involves the division of nucleus, therefore, prophase is technically considered as the first stage of this process.
Before entering mitosis, a cell spends a period of its growth under interphase, G1 phase. This is the period before the synthesis of DNA. S phase. This is the phase during which synthesis of DNA takes place. G2 phase. It is the phase between the end of DNA synthesis and the beginning of the prophase. Prophase immediately follows the S and G2 phases of the cycle and is marked by the genetic material which is very dense to form chromosomes composed of two chromatids attached at the centromere. The completion of the prophase is initiated by the assembly of the mitotic spindles, the microtubules and the proteinaceous compounds of the cytoplasm that helps in the process. At this metaphase, the microtubules start pulling the chromosomes with equal force and the chromosomes ends up in the middle of the cell. This region is known as metaphase plate. In anaphase, the splitting of the sister chromatids marks the onset of anaphase. These sister chromatids become the chromosomes of the daughter nuclei. The chromosomes are then pulled towards the ends by the fibers that are attached to the kinetochord of each chromosome. The centromere of each chromosome are moved towards the two different ends. In telophase, the chromosomes that clustered at the two poles are finally moved to the two different ends as the nuclear envelope starts forming around it. The nucleolus, Golgi bodies and ear complex which had disappeared after the prophase had started to reappear. Telophase is followed by cytokinesis which denotes the division of the cytoplasm to form two daughter cells. Thus, it marks the completion of cell division.
Today, we are going to show an experiment of mitosis by preparing the mound of an onion root tip cell. For this experiment, the following materials are required: compound microscope, acetocarmine stain, water, burner, cover slip, blade, dropper, hydrochloric acid, watch glass, forceps, onion root peel, acetic acid, needle, filter paper, and glass slide. Now, for the preparation of the slide to observe the mitotic phase in onion root tip cells, the following steps are adopted. Since it's a time-consuming procedure, hence The previously said root tips are now taken from the watch glass with the help of forceps and they are placed on the sterilized glass slide containing acetic acid as a mounting agent. Now, with the help of a needle, a covered slab is gently placed on it.
Actually, that is the main light source.
Aim to study the process of osmosis using potato osmoscope. Requirements are peeled off potato, knife, pins, petri dishes, colored water, concentrated sugar solution. Principle: when two solutions of different concentrations are separated by semi-permeable membrane, the flow of solvent is from the region of weaker solution having low solid concentration to the region of stronger solution having high solid concentration till the equilibrium is reached so that the osmotic pressures are balanced. start the procedure. Earlier, we took a potato and the skin of the potato had been peeled off with the help of scalpel. Then, the potato is cut from one side in such a way that it would make a flat base. Then the potato osmoscope is prepared like this. Now, concentrated sugar solution is added in that potato osmoscope and mark its level by inserting a pin in that cavity wall. Then the potato osmoscope is placed in the petri dish bowl filled with colored water. Now we will mark the initial level with pin. After some time, we will mark the level of the concentrated sugar solution with the help of the pin. Now we will wait for the osmosis so that the colored water solvent move into the peeled potato.
Come on the stage.
स्लाइड आगे पीछे करो, स्लाइड को हाथ मत लगाओ, आगे पीछे करो।
Honorable judges, all my seniors and my friends, I am Shruti Dubey of class 9 coming from Gyan Bharati Vidyapith. Today we are doing a science experiment on the topic of osmosis.
Good afternoon, I am Antika Singh from class 9.
Here we have taken a container with full of water and food color, and we are taking potato and the osmometer.
membrane from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration region is known as osmosis.
Tell that it will take 15 to 20 minutes to complete the procedure.
It will take 15 to 20 minutes to complete the process.
The movement of solvent molecules through a semi-permeable membrane from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration region is known as osmosis.